popping, half I'm scared of me, scared of me. You fell in love with the bitch and she giving that head to me, head to me. I used to fuck with them niggas, now all I'm dead to me, dead to me.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Waves on Swim, so they hate on him, is back with another fucking Bloodhunt banger, man. The video, but I was saying it one more time. Mr. Waves on Swim, so they hate on him, is back with another fucking banger. So listen, I'm coming to you guys with another fucking tier list, and today what I will be coming to you guys with is a tier list, but based upon the weapons. This video, what we will be doing is ranking every single weapon from worst tier to high tier. We'll be using the same type of little tier list that we used last time, and also this video was recorded on 1/23/2023. With that being said, I'm giving you guys an updated video, but I just learned that there will be a Marksman rifle coming out tomorrow, or not necessarily a Marksman rifle, but there will be a new gun coming out tomorrow, but I wasn't able to put it on this list expecting that this video was coming out today. So with that being said, just take into account that the new rifle won't be on there, but the tier list isn't going to fall too far off because that one weapon isn't on there. Alright, let's jump in. Jumping into the tier list. Alright, so this is how we going to do it. I think I'm going to start from the melees and then just work my way up, and then we're gonna go from there. All right, can we let's do that. We're gonna start off first with the katana. If you don't know what the katana is a melee. So the katana is a melee weapon, and it's honestly one of the better melee weapons. It unleashes fast attacks, and it can deal around 70 to 80% of hit points per attack, and has a special ability to allow you to deflect bullets back at the attacker. So if you've never seen that, it's pretty much like with a katana, they'll swing it back and forth, or necessarily it's being swing, and if you're shooting at the person, it deflects bullets. Truth be told, the katana is to me one of the better or best melee weapons there is to offer. So when it comes to the katana, I think I have to definitely put that in the S tier list. The katana has got me out of a lot of sticky situations. I'm gonna put it in the S tier list as far as melees. Like I said, the katana has got me out of a lot of sticky situations, especially if you got all three melee. If you have all three melee plazorics, or whatever the fuck you want to call it, you're doing some high damage with the katana. Also, you're able to deflect bullets. So I think that's the katana is a keeper. You got to keep the katana around from time to time. In second, we're gonna attack now the Scorch Blades. Now, if you don't know what the Scorch Blades is, the Scorch Blades is the two little swords that you're able to man. They're probably like medium to long range swords that you're able to man. Also, if you haven't noticed, you're able to do a dash with the katana sword. I mean, not the katana sword, the Scorch Blades, sorry. You're able to do a dash with the Scorch Blades, or you're able to do the standard attack. Scorch Blades, it can deal base damage of 60 health points. With that being said, when it comes to the Scorch Blades, I think the Scorch Blades are I think the Scorch Blades provides a very good ordeal of versatility. You can use the Scorch Blades to get around the map faster when it's based off your movement, and also based off the character. For example, I use Siren. So let's say I'm already doing regular movement on the wall, jumping off the wall, on the wall, off the wall. I can throw my TP. Also, I can use the Scorch Blades to momentum me up some more, to give me a little more dash momentum. So for real, I really love the Scorch Blades. I don't know if I would say it's better than it was better than a katana, just for the simple fact that it's based off of the damage per se, and also the katana is able to block bullets. So this is what I would say. I would put the Scorch Blades in A tier. Let me know what you're thinking about that. I would put the Scorch Blades in A tier, and then let's roll with that. Next melee we're gonna go with is the axe. Now, don't get me wrong, the axe is actually very strong. I think the axe is like 70 or 80% HP going down with every hit. So it's like 70 to 80 health points going down every time someone hits you. Now, I remember at a point in time, I don't remember what season it was, but I remember at a point in time that when you would swing an axe, you were almost one hitting to two hitting a person with the axe when you had all three melee swords. I could be wrong, chat. Fix me in the chat if I'm wrong, but I could be wrong. But the axe is very much OP in a way, or it was in a way, but it just doesn't come with what the katana or the scorched blade actually comes with. So when it comes to the axe, I'll have to place it, for me, I will have to place it in like a C or B tier. It's not bad. I think it's a very good melee, but I just have to put it in the C or B tier. I'm gonna go with B. Bet. Coming down to the bet. The bet is probably the worst melee on here, technically, but the bet is the fastest melee. The bet, if I'm not mistaken, the bet, it is the fastest melee, which you can see visually, but the damage isn't that high, if I'm being completely honest with you. I feel like the bet is just something you just pick up that's outside of using your hands for melee. So when it comes down to the bet, I'm gonna place it in like a C, a D, or F tier. It's not like it's not terrible. I just don't think the bet is, it isn't that good. It has no abilities, and on top of that, like the damage isn't high at all. So you know, if a person with good movement can slide past your ass and jump over your ass, there's no point of you know what I mean, even trying to melee with a bet. But we're gonna put that in the D tier. Next, I want to cover our rifles. So as you know, we have the assault rifle and we have the burst rifle. The assault rifle being that's the AK-47 or AK, whatever the fuck you want to call it, AK whatever. You know how many games got different AKs, but on Bloodhunt they call it assault rifle. Coming in with the AK. As you know, especially in solos, AK is the stock weapon of nothing can go wrong. I feel like if anything, the main majority of the weapons or my loadout typically is an AK and a sub, AK and something else, or sub and sniper rifle, something along those lines. But if you got an AK, 9 times out of 10 you got a sub or you got a shotgun. The AK, you can't go wrong, especially if you have a purple or a gold AK, especially if you have the gold AK this season 5, bro. If you were able to pick up the gold AK, you know how much damage the gold AK does, and the fire rate is beyond insane. So when I'm talking about these tier lists, I'm not talking about when you pick them up as green or necessarily blue. I'm talking about every single gun here in its best form. So let's think of purple and over whenever we're talking about these guns, just to give everyone some clarity of more about what I'm talking about here in the video. When it comes down to the AK, I feel like the AK has to be A tier or S tier. Let's be completely honest. The AK has to be S tier or A tier for the simple fact it's an all-around gun. I think the fire rate is very, very decently good. I think it's very highly acceptable. I'm gonna have to go S tier. Let me know what you guys think, but I'm gonna have to go S tier for the simple fact that the gun is just too all around. The gun, I feel like the gun is very much all around. I've seen people run double AKs. Would I run that? No. Can you run it? Yes. And secondly, coming down to the burst rifle. Alright, so this is how I feel about the burst rifle. The burst rifle has had many of changes. I've seen the burst rifle fluctuate, where it was been good one season, bad the other season, good one season, bad the other season. This is what I would like to see for the burst rifle. I know they're not going to do this because this is going to be OP, but it's just a thought. It's just a thought. If the burst rifle could go automatic, oh my god. If the burst rifle could be automatic, that joint would be crazy. We know that's not going to happen. But accepting the burst for what it is, the burst has a very slow rate of fire to me. The damage is highly high, though. So I know a lot of people are not going to be pleased with this, especially if you like the burst rifle. And I've covered the burst rifle before in a video where I thought it was I thought it was OP for that season, but that's going on 2 seasons away now. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put the burst rifle for me in like B or A tier. I just don't know what tier I want to put it in necessarily yet. But I'm gonna put the burst rifle in B tier for the simple fact that I feel like the AK, you can pick it up and be good with, right? Rather if you're new, expert, or anything, the A tier you can pick it. I mean the AK-47, you can pick it up and be exactly good with it. I feel like it takes someone good to be necessarily good with the burst rifle, for the simple fact that you have to really know the damage down packed, the actual burst, how slow the burst is in its own, and then you actually have to know what's secondary to actually run with that weapon. You get what I'm saying? So if you've been here for playing Bloodhunt for a long time, you should know the burst rifle is just not an easy weapon you just pick up and go. Does it deal a great deal of damage? Yes. Yes, I will never take that from the burst rifle, but I just don't think any player just picks up the burst rifle and becomes a god. That's what I think about it. First, with the crossbow, I don't like the crossbow at all. I don't. There's nothing wrong with the crossbow. It's just necessarily not my style of play, and it's not too many people's style of play that I've played against or even seen use. The bow is the crossbow is not a bad gun though. I've seen people use it. It's just there's something about me shooting these slow ass burst fire and arrows when I got characters that can jump 30 feet in the air, TP away, go immune, you know what I mean? Like, and then it's a little slow to reload too. You gotta understand what I'm saying. But if you're a crossbow player, you know what I mean? Let me know what you think in the comment section if I'm wrong or not. But I think the crossbow, when it comes to the crossbow, I gotta put it in like a C tier at best. A C tier at best, guys. I'm sorry. C tier at best. C tier at best. Don't get mad at me. C tier at best. Alright. Coming in with the dual wield crossbows. Now, the dual wield crossbows are what I would say better than a crossbow. Don't cuss me out. Don't cuss me out here. The dual wield crossbows are better than the crossbow. I think it does a decent amount of damage, especially with a direct impact. So you're getting hit with a direct impact from the crossbows. On top of that, you could be getting hit with it from damage. And what I mean by that is, like, a little ways away, like, you could be beside where they're blowing up the crossbows. So, like, if, for example, if they're blowing up crossbows, like, right here, instead of hitting me directly, I'm still taking a decent amount of damage. But when they're hitting you directly, it's more amount of damage. On top of that, depending on what tier we're talking about, whether it's purple or blue, the crossbow has a decent amount of damage to it. Also, it has more bullets in it, if I'm not mistaken, or more crossbows, whatever the fuck you want to call it. With that being said, everyone doesn't pick up the crossbow though. My boy, he runs crossbow. I hate that he runs crossbow, but he's actually decent with it. He makes plays with it, but I just don't see it get picked up that often. So with that being said, now I think about it, I'm gonna put the crossbow in the C tier, and I'm gonna put the dual wield crossbows in the C tier, and I'm gonna put the regular crossbow in the D tier, just for the simple fact that I'm going based off how many people I see use it and how effective it is on the battlefield. That's what we're gonna go with. You guys okay with that? The double barrel shotgun. Now, like I said, this video is coming out 1/23/2023. I just saw today in the patch notes that the dual barrel shotgun will be getting buffed again. I don't know how I feel about that. The first 2 seasons, the shotguns were fucking crazy. But with that being said, if the dual barrel shotgun is getting a buff again, like back how it was in the first, second, third season, or the first, second season, because they nerfed the dual barrel shotgun a lot. If the dual barrel shotgun is getting a buff how it was, man, that's gonna be a dangerous ass weapon, bro. I mean, it's damn near a 2-tap every single time if you're close enough with the burst shotgun. So, going based off that, what I'm saying is stats for the buff, I'm gonna put, again, no one cuss me out. No one cuss me out. If you have a different tier perspective, that's okay. Put it in the comment section. I would like to see what you guys think based off of how you guys use these guns and how they've been used against you. I'm going to put the double barrel shotgun. I gotta put it in the, bro, I'm sorry, I gotta put it in the A class if it's coming based off of how it was in the first 2 seasons, bro. You guys, if you weren't here these first 2 seasons, you didn't see how this double barrel shotgun was hitting, bro. This shit was, it was insane, honestly. It would piss you off if you got 2 times. The dual wield pistols actually got a buff. It actually had a very good buff, especially if you're able to pick up the purple dual wield. I think the purple dual wields are actually pretty good. Do you see people using them on a regular basis? Sorta, but not really. The dual pistols are not something that you're just gonna take over in a gameplay with and automatically just change the perspective of the game. But the dual wield pistols can be very good. So, this is what I will say. I'm gonna put the dual wield pistols in B tier, and I'm gonna up the tier of the burst and put the burst rifle in the A tier. Does that make sense? Am I making sense there? If I threw you off before Let me know how you feel about that. And if I just threw you off by moving it, let me know how you feel. You know what I mean? Just let me know how you feel in the comment section. Alright, coming in with the light machine gun. Now, when it comes to the light machine gun, thing, I think we can all agree, if I'm not picking up an AK or a burst, I'm automatically going with the light machine gun. Bro, the spread on the machine gun, once it gets sturdy, once the machine gun gets sturdy, it's on a different caliber, especially if you got a perfect, bro. Listen. And then, bro, the machine gun carries about like 40, 50 to 60 bullets, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but I think the light machine gun carries about 50 to 60 bullets depending on the tier. And on top of that, purple tier, 50 bullet machine, and on top of that, the spread is so small after like 2 seconds of shooting. Bro, machine gun has to be in the S tier. Has to be. If you're using it right, it has to be in the S tier. Just let me know what you guys think about Marksman rifle. I've never been a fan of the Marksman rifle, ever, for the past 4 seasons. Until they came out with the gold Marksman rifle. Now, the gold Marksman rifle, you're able to aim in with the sights. And the fire rate that you can tap with that motherfucker is very, very fast, and the damage is very fierce. But as far as the green, blue, and purple Marksman rifle, I feel like they're still mediocre. I feel like the damage is decently good, but also, it just doesn't shoot fast enough for me. I don't think it makes the best primary weapon really at all. And that's just my take on it. You know, I feel like PC players also might use the Marksman rifle more than PlayStation players would, but I could be wrong. Just let me know what you guys think in the comment section. But when it comes to the Marksman rifle, I gotta put the Marksman rifle on like a... gotta put the Marksman rifle in a C tier, man. I just don't think it's that good. I don't think it gets picked up really too often unless you necessarily need a gun. And I don't think it really sways the gunfight for you to be able to win it that much. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section and how you feel about the Marksman rifle. Do you like to use it? Do you don't like to use it? You know, let me know. Coming in with the shotgun. This is how I feel about the shotgun. The shotgun is not what it was the first two seasons. It got nerfed tremendously, and it never really necessarily made a comeback on its strong being as much as it was during the enforcer and shotgun meta, which was honestly fucking annoying. But what I will say about this is, I don't pick up the shotgun necessarily much. Even with their being said, there's a gold shotgun now, and I feel like it still can let you down in certain areas. I would have to go with the shotgun being a B-list gun. It's not S tier. You don't need it. It's not A tier. It's not necessarily a come up weapon. But the shotgun isn't bad, but it isn't too good, if that makes sense. But let me know what you think about. Let me know what you think about it in the comments. I think the shotgun is a B tier weapon at best and at worst. You know what I mean? Now coming in with probably the most respectable weapon here. This weapon was used a lot in competitive if you were here the first 2 seasons. I mean, even now. Coming in with the revolver, listen. The revolver is hitting at about 70 to 90 HP per shot. So 4 shots from the revolver, you're damn near dead. Don't let you get a headshot or 2 with the revolver because you're done. I think it hits for 120 with the headshot. The revolver has to be an S tier weapon, and there is no arguing. There is no, you know what I mean? There's no ifs, ands, buts about it. We don't even have to backtrack and go, you know what I mean, too deep into it. The revolver is an S tier weapon specifically for the simple fact that, 1, it's been used in all competitive scenes since Bloodhunt has came out. 2, if you even hear the revolver on the map, you just automatically in the back of your head go, oh fuck, somebody got a revolver around here, everybody be careful. You get what I'm saying? Or 3, you're getting beamed from far as shit with somebody that's one-tapping you with a fucking revolver and, thrashing your health from 80, 90, 100 HP. Alright, coming in with one of my favorites. I don't think this weapon gets enough love at all. I don't think it gets enough love. The Silenced SMG. The Silenced SMG is one of the best weapons in Bloodhunt. And I personally think that the Silenced SMG is actually better than the Tommy gun. Let me know what you guys think. I said it. I think the Silenced SMG is better than the Tommy gun for the simple fact that the spread on there is so small. And when you get a purple, Silenced SMG, you can almost damn near, I pretty much one clip a person every single time. All 34, 36 bullets, whatever the fuck you want to say. I one clip a person every single time if I hit every single shot. And even though the HP, the damage HP is low, I think the damage for the HP for the mini sub is probably like the range between 11 to about 25 HP gone per shot. Think about 11 to 25 HP gone per shot, but the auto fire is almost at max. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's like rapid fire. But with that being said, it has to go on the S tier for me, man. I'm sorry, it has to go on S tier for me. Just let me know what you think, though. Just let me know what you think. Its brother is the Tommy gun. Now, the Tommy gun is arguably the best sub. As what I just told you guys though, I think the mini sub is the best sub. My argument with the Tommy is, yes, it does hold 50 bullets, which is almost 20 to 30 bullets more. Depending on what mini sub you have, it's 20 to 30 bullets more than what the mini sub even comes with. But let's all be honest here. The Tommy spread sometimes is fucking ass, bro. Like, let's be real. I love the Tommy. I think it's a very good gun, and I do pick it up, especially when I see the blue or purple. I'll pick it up, and I'll even pick up a green if I don't have anything. But the Tommy spread can be very inconsistent at times, and that's just is what it is. It'll cost you sometimes. You get what I'm saying? If, let's say, we were in a tough gun battle, I had an AK and a Tommy, I run out of my AK, so I'm fighting you with my Tommy. Yes, it does reload decently fast, but if you start getting that middle range, if we start getting a little bit into that middle range and I don't have my AK reloaded, you're going to win the gunfight for the simple fact that the Tommy spread is just absolutely fucking horrendous. But with that being said, I do still like the gun. I'm not going to shit on Tommy users because I think the Tommy still is a good gun. So this is what I'm going to do for Tommy users. Tommy needs to be still in A tier. No ifs, ands, buts about it. I mean, it's the only fucking second sub on here, and it's not the worst. So Tommy has to be in A tier because you're even using one or the other. But for my S tier, I would just want to simply go with the mini sub. Alright, guys. Now, let's jump into the minigun. When it comes to the minigun, I really don't have too much to say. I don't have too less to say. This is what I'll say. The minigun, I feel like, is something that should be used for fun. The minigun you don't even see too often, nor do you pick it up too often. If you're in comp, you're not even using a minigun at all, because who the fuck is walking around with a minigun that you gotta load up if you know what I mean, you got some real competition in the lobby. The minigun isn't horrible, but it isn't good. I think the minigun is something that you use for fun. You get what I mean? The minigun is something you use and be like, oh shit, I might have just had fun. I'm rolling around with a minigun. There isn't no ammo for it. I think it comes with a stock 300 bullets. Once you run out, you gotta drop the gun. I don't like it, but I say use it for fun. So with that being said, I'm going to put the minigun in F tier. You know why? For fucking fun. The minigun is in F tier for fun. I think that's all it is. I don't think the minigun is a big contender that you walk around and you're using a minigun to your best advantage or trying to, end a competition with. I just don't think that's something that you do. Alright, coming with the pistol. The pistol isn't bad. You can do decently damage with the pistol, but you're not just going to keep pistols the whole fucking match. I don't know anyone that keeps pistol, so I'm just not even going to put too much time into that. I'm just going to put it in the F tier along with the minigun. Maybe you want to go do a pistol challenge for fun or some shit. We just gonna put that down there, and we're just gonna leave that at that. Coming in with the toggler. Now, the toggler I have mixed emotions about. I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. The toggler I have mixed emotions about. I feel like there's times where I'm shitting on kids with the toggler, and then there's times where it lets me down. But it is a very reliable weapon, and that auto fire, when that auto fire kicks in, even though the spread is ass, when the auto fire kicks in, it's pretty strong. It's pretty fucking strong, bro. It's pretty strong. So, oh my god, and if you haven't got the chance to use a gold toggler, oh my god, you guys have to find a gold toggler, bro. You guys gotta find a gold toggler, man. The gold toggler is sick. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put the toggler in A tier, but I'm gonna bring the burst rifle down to B tier. I think the toggler is much more easier to use than the burst. Like I said, I had an explanation on why the burst is a bit of a hard gun to use earlier, so take that with a grain of salt. But that's what we're working with right now. And last but not least, the sniper rifle. Now, this is how I feel about sniping. Sniping in Bloodhunt is easy for skilled players. Aim assist helps for controller players, but sniping on Bloodhunt with everybody being able to move around, all abilities and shit like that happening and everything like that, I didn't like it at first. I got accustomed to using it, and I actually like sniping now, but it's still not necessarily my go-to weapon. I'm basing this list basically off all-around players, not just quoting someone as an elite one myself or people that's been playing competitive since the game came out. I'm basing it off of, can the standard person pick up any one of these guns and just be good or be stellar with it? You get what I'm saying? What gun do I have the best chance of surviving with out the gate without me being an experienced player? I'm going to put the sniper rifle. I wish it was a headshot, one-shot kill. I feel like all sniper games, all games, period, should like reward a headshot kill, but it doesn't. The headshot only give you 160. So, sorry, Yanni. With that being said, the sniper rifle is probably a S tier or an A tier. Sniper rifle is an S tier or an A tier. If you're good with it, I'm gonna just let it sit at S tier, I guess. It's S tier or A tier. I can't. It has to be S tier or A tier. S tier or A tier, man. S tier or A tier. I'm gonna just leave it at A tier right now. But like I said, S tier or A tier, so don't quote me on that. But this is what we're looking at for Bloodhunt weapons. Like I said, besides the one that's about to come out after tomorrow's update. I can't really rank the weapon because I haven't played with it yet. But I wanna bet it's gonna fall under the tiers of like A to B. Also going over what they said, what's going to happen with the weapon and how it's going to be built and things like that. All right, so S tier we have the katana, the AK, the light machine gun, the revolver, and the minigun and the mini submachine gun. A tier we have the scorched blades, double barrel shotgun, toggler, the Tommy gun, and the sniper rifle. B tier we had the axe, dual wheel pistol, shotgun, and the burst rifle. C tier we have the dual wheel crossbows, the marksman rifle. D tier we have the bat and the crossbow itself, and then F tier we have the minigun and also the standardized pistol. With that being said, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know where you think these weapons should be ranked down below in the comment section. Also, please don't forget to subscribe. We got a bunch of more Bloodhunt videos on the way. #1 content creator on YouTube for Bloodhunt anything. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, man. Again, you guys have a nice day. Appreciate you guys for watching.